Dosto, entrepreneurship is about money, but it's not always about money. And this is what I have learned from a famous company by name Infosys. You all know that. But I'm going to share some of my stories which happened and was a great learning for me. Around 15 years back, I was standing at Mumbai airport and suddenly मैंने पीछे मुड़ के देखा and मैंने फिर से पीछे मुड़ के देखा and I could not believe Mr. Narayan Murthy, he was standing just behind me. A very humble, very average looking, and but was spreading, a lot of warmth and very comfortable. And then I realized so it was a long queue where he was standing along with us, and then he boarded the flight and he was in economy class, and that took me back to my years at Bhopal, somewhere around 98, 99. One of my friend, so he was investing in stocks all the time. He was actually senior and he's doing pretty well, but that's a separate story, not today, probably sometime later. So I had missed investing in Infosys at that time. And then sitting in the in the flight, I was thinking that, oh my God, where this man is today. I missed investing in Infosys, but then, despite being so successful, he's sitting there. The second story and incidents happened in New York. I had read about Donald Trump's book, and I was very keen to look at Trump Tower. So, along with my two colleagues, I had one French colleague and one Irish colleague. So we were just going out. There was a little bit of snow which had happened, and after that, uh, it cleared, so we were walking in the Fifth Avenue street, and suddenly on my left side, on zebra crossing, I saw Mr. Nandan Nilekani, the man behind everyone's Aadhaar card. So he was co-founder for Infosys. You all know that. And I saw him, and I just said hello. I think generally I'm very prompt in recognizing people and talking to them. And you won't believe it. He was so humble. He greeted me so well, and we started talking, and we were walking. So he asked me one or two questions. What are you doing, and what is your aim of coming to this place? So as usual, I talk a lot, and he was listening. He was listening very carefully. And when we reached the place, where Infosys office was there at that time, so he said, here is our office. So why don't you come, let's have a cup of coffee. This is our office. But I had my two colleagues, and for them, they had absolutely no idea who the man was. So I requested for a photograph, and that photograph I am putting on the thumbnail, so you must have seen already. So that meeting lasted for 5 minutes, and I think impressions will last full life. I had put this on my digital media and social media platform as well. The meeting lasted for 5 minutes, but impressions will last lifelong. Recently, and reason why I'm making this video, I was listening to Sudha Murthy, and so she was coming on one of the YouTube channels. I will put the description in the link. So the guy was asking her that so what do you think? What was the motive of the business? So she said, more than making money, for Mr. Narayan Murthy, the motive was create wealth for nation, to create wealth for a lot of people, giving jobs. And one of the point was to get respect outside India. So what Madam Sudha Murthy was saying was that, they used to talk that probably 45, 50, 60 years back when they were traveling, so there was not much respect which was being given to Indians. But now, and this is what I have even noticed that, that now Bollywood movies, I was in China and I saw a big screen where Shah Rukh Khan movies was being screened those days. In the street, Shanghai, huge. Almost everyone knew Shah Rukh Khan. Same software companies, in US, people know India by software companies. Similarly, once I landed in Vietnam and I was coming back, I was sitting at the airport and people said that, all the pharma companies from India, talk about Ranbaxy, Bocard, Sun Pharma, and I don't know how many names they took. They said everyone is here already. All these Indian pharma companies are here. So the point Madam Sudha had made in that particular interview was that idea was not to only create money. Idea was to have a vision which ensures that not only the company grows, not only the employee grows, not only the wealth gets created for the employees and them founders. It was for the nation. So we keep talking about entrepreneurship and what needs to be taken care: profits, cash flow, innovation, minimum viable product. A lot of these things, these are extremely important. But look at what they were looking for and how humble these guys were. Because when I met Mr. Nandan Nilkani, he was almost, I think, he was already a billionaire. And most of the average successful guys you meet, they show as if they are, the most important person in the world. And I was touched by his humbleness, his way of listening, his way of greeting, a fellow Indian. I was nobody, and even today I am nobody, compared to who those guys are. This guy has created Aadhaar, for which is the blueprint of everything now for data for common man. So what we must learn while embarking our journey for entrepreneurship is stay humble, have a larger vision, don't give up. One of the questions which was asked was, for how many years, Madam Sudha, for how many years you feel that nothing is happening and you were still not sure? And she said for 10 to 11 years for Infosys. She said that we never knew. She was never aware that they are going to be so big. It's only after 10, 11 years, 12 years, the vision started showing up to a scale where they started feeling comfortable. People started talking about Infosys, started praising the leadership, the acumen of Mr. Narayan Murthy and all his co-founders. There were 7 of them who had started this company. A lot to learn, and I'm going to cover much more on this particular subject in the coming times. But thank you so much for your time this morning. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, and share, because that will motivate me and my work. Thank you.